Hey there, first grade. How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to another remote learning math lesson with Mr. Renzi. And today I am joined by Lego Baby Yoda. So Baby Yoda, who has a little mouth here, and his head can turn, and he is going to learn some math with us today. Baby Yoda is made out of 1,073 Lego pieces. All right, today we're going to need something to do our math lesson. We're going to take our sheet protector. On the back of our start, change, end, on the other side of it is a part total. We're going to take our part total. We're going to put it inside our sheet protector so that we can practice using a new diagram today called part total. So you might want to hit that pause button as you search for your sheet protector. Take out your start, change, end sheet and just turn it around, because part total is found on the other side of it. So let's get started as I shrink myself into the corner. Today, we are going to be doing Grade 1, Lesson 3.1, Parts and Total Number Stories. So you will need your parts and total math mat placed in your sheet protector, and then you'll need your dry erase marker in order to write on it over and over again to get some math practice in. Awesome. So here is our part total diagram. You're going to see three words on it. One of those words is the part. And then the other word is also the word part. These parts, when we put them all together, give us a total. This is the in all space. So today we're going to be looking at some number stories that's going to require us to put in some parts and find the total. So let's go ahead and get started by practicing with a domino. Here we have a domino. Now my domino has some dots on it. On each side, my domino has a part. Here's one part, and then here is the other part. I want to write down in my part total diagram how many dots I see in each part. So let's count. In our first part, I see 1, 2, 3 dots. So I'm going to write that number 3 in my part total diagram where I have my very first part. Now I have to count my dots in my other part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to write a 5 in my other part. So I have 3 in one part and 5 in the other part. But right now I don't know what my total is. So I put a question mark because that's what I have to figure out. In math, we say that's what we have to solve. Well, in order to find the total number of dots in my domino, all I have to do is count up all of my dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is my total. So that means I had 3 dots plus 5 dots, and it equals 8 dots. You're going to notice on your part total sheet protector that you have a line to write the number model. So go ahead and write 3 plus 5 plus 8. we had our first part plus our second part, and that equals the total. Awesome job. You can go ahead and clear your sheet protector once you have all of that completed, because here is our next problem. This time we're going to look at a number story. And our number story is going to be about Baby Yoda, who is joining us today. Baby Yoda has 5 red balloons. Where do you think we're going to put the number 5? That's one of our parts. So let's go ahead and write the 5 in our first part. Baby Yoda has 5 red balloons. Our story continues. He has 5 blue balloons. Well, where do you think I'm going to put that part? That 5 is going to go in our other part. How many balloons does he have in all? That's our total. But we don't know right now, so we put a question mark. Now, we can start to write our number model, because our number model requires us to add our parts together. 5 is our first part, and 5 is our second part. 5 plus 5. What does 5 plus 5 equal? Now, if you don't know, you can use the number line to help you. You could also use your hands. You can draw dots. But I know from our Friends of 10 Club that 5 plus 5 equals 10. So how many balloons does Baby Yoda have in all? Baby Yoda has 10 balloons. Awesome job. Go ahead and clear off your sheet protector as we try another story together. Another story about Baby Yoda. Let's see if you know where these numbers go. Baby Yoda read 3 books in the morning. Where do you think we're going to put that 3? Did you put it in the first part? Because that's a part of our total. He read 7 books in the afternoon. Where are we going to put the 7? Well, that's another one of our parts. 3 in the morning and 7 in the afternoon. Now, our question, our final sentence. How many books did he read in all? If we see in all, we know that's the total. And we don't know what our total is yet. What do we put when we don't know what it is? We put a question mark. I wonder if you can write our number model. You can almost see it in our diagram. What do you think our number model is going to be? 3 plus 7. Now, if I'm not sure, I can always use my number line. Start at 3, hop up 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I landed on 10. And I hear some of you saying, oh, it's a friend of 10. And you are correct. Awesome job. Go ahead and clear off your sheet protector as we do another problem together. Now this time, I'm going to try and trick you, because this is a tougher problem, because our story is going to be different. Let's see if we can do this one together. Baby Yoda had 8 cats. Where do you think we're going to put the 8? That's one of our parts. He had 8 cats. Did you put that 8 in the first part? If so, you are correct. But here comes the tricky part. He has some dogs. We don't know how many he has for his other part. If we don't know how many he has for his other part, what do you think we have to put? We must put a question mark where the part is. We do not know how many dogs he has. But our story continues. He has 10 cats and dogs in all. So he has 10 in all. And we know that in all means the total. So where does that 10 have to go? It must go in the total box. Now our number model is going to look a little different. You see, I have two numbers. I have an 8 and I have a 10. We have our total for our number model. And we have one of our parts. But we are missing the other part. How can I figure that out? 8 plus how many more will give me 10? I can also use my number line, but this gets a little tricky. Remember when we looked at our number line, we had a start and we had an end. Well, the 8 is my start and the 10 is the end. How many hops do I have to make to connect my dots? 1 hop, 2 hops. So 8 plus 2 more will give me 10. Now, the answer to my question, how many dogs does Baby Yoda have? Do you know a lot of students say he has 10? No, he doesn't have 10 dogs. He has 10 cats and dogs. He has 8 cats, but he has 2 dogs because that was the question mark in our diagram. That was the number we had to figure out. And the number that belongs here is the number 2. So that answers our question. Go ahead and clear off your sheet protector as we try our very last problem. All right, so let's see if you can solve this one. We have to decide where everything is going to go in our diagram. There are 10 kids at Baby Yoda's party in all. Wow, in all. Does that mean a part or does that mean the total? That's the total. So the 10 is going to be written in our total box. See, we have to read the story and look for the clues to know where the number goes. There are 10 kids at Baby Yoda's party in all. 6 are boys. Well, that's one of our parts. Where are we going to put that 6? Go ahead and write it in your diagram. Did you put the 6 in the first part? Awesome job. And then we come to our question. How many are girls? Well, that's our other part. The boys plus the girls gives us all the kids. But we don't know how many girls there are. What are we going to have to put if we don't know how many? We put a question mark. So now I have a number model that starts with 6, because that's our boys. We don't know how many girls there are yet, but we know our total is 10. 6 plus a missing number equals 10. So I have my start and I have my end. I'm going to put a dot at the 6 because that's my start. And I'm going to put a dot at the 10 because that's the end. And now in order to find the change, or the other part, I'm going to have to go ahead and connect my dots with hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 plus 4 equals 10. Now, let's answer the question to our story. How many are girls? Do you know a lot of first graders say 10? Nope, 10 is the number in all. 6 are boys, but how many did we find were girls? Well, we found that our missing number was 4. So there are 4 girls. Whew! Awesome job, first grade. Today we learned the part total diagram, and we practiced solving some number stories, and we really had to concentrate to know which parts of the stories were our parts and which were our total. You're going to have some activities in Seesaw to practice your part total. So from Mr. Enzi and Baby Yoda, we can't wait to see how smart you are. Go ahead and get started. We'll see you soon.